Sergeant Burks, well done. Everyone please carry on and remain standing. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor to introduce today Dr. Jill Biden, who will be joined on stage by her husband, Vice President Joe Biden. Please give them a warm welcome as a token of our appreciation for their tireless efforts to bring awareness to the sacrifices made by military families all around the world. Ma'am, the floor is yours.
Hi, everybody. Wow. So nice to be here. Thank you, Brigadier General Orcutt, for that kind introduction. I'm Jill Biden, and I'm a proud military mom. As many of you may know, our son, Bo, served in the Delaware Army National Guard. His wife, Hallie, and their 2 children, Natalie and Hunter, are here with us today. And we're here for one simple reason, and that's to say thank you to every single service member and their family. On the daily basis, each of you show the world what words like service, strength, and sacrifice really mean. You and your fellow service members around the world inspire us. We're honored to be in your presence, and we want all of you to know that everyone back home appreciates all that you do. The First Lady and I are working hard through our Joining Forces initiative to make sure that every American understands the sacrifices you are making for the security of our nation. And we will stand by your families and all military families, no matter where your future missions take you. Since tomorrow is International Women's Day, a day to celebrate the achievements of all women around the world, I'd like to take a moment to give a special thank you to the courageous women I see here today from all ranks who are proudly serving our country. Joe and I have had the opportunity to meet some pretty incredible women in uniform over the years. From the female service members we met at Camp Victory in Iraq in 2009, serving on the front lines, to the first 2 female soldiers to graduate from the Army Ranger School that we hosted, Our female service members are some of the bravest individuals that we have in the military today. You can handle any situation. Through it all, you go above and beyond. You may not even stop to think about it, but your determination will ensure future generations of women have the same opportunity to serve our country. You are trailblazers, and your resilience and grit should be celebrated. So thank you for your service. It is now my pleasure to introduce another trailblazer, a talented young maintenance officer from our hometown in Wilmington, Delaware, Lieutenant Carrie Johnson.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Lieutenant Karen Johnson, and I'm from Wilmington, Delaware. I'm serving up here right now as the Century Aircraft Maintenance Unit Officer in Charge, hailing and being stationed at Tinker Air Force Base in Oklahoma, which isn't quite as nice as Delaware. But I'll take it. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct pleasure and a great privilege for me to introduce to you the Vice President of the United States, Vice President Biden.
everywhere I go, I see warriors like all of you before me and behind me here. Excuse my back, folks. I've been in and out of the Balkans 25 times, in and out of Iraq 26 times, in and out of Afghanistan about 10 or 12 times. And I have one regret every time I'm with you all, and I mean this sincerely, is the folks back home can't see it, can't see it in place, don't get to fly on the mission with you, don't understand, they appreciate, they don't fully understand the incredible sacrifices you make for our country. And I want you to know, notwithstanding what you may hear about me, I have incredibly good judgment. One, I married Jill, and two, I appointed Johnson to the academy. I just want you to know that. Let's clap for that. Man, you are a dull bunch. Must be slow here, man. Oh. You know, look, in full disclosure, Lieutenant Johnson, she came to see me in 2008, and I appointed her back in the days in the Senate. Now, the great privilege of nominating her to the Air Force Academy, and I'm so proud to see how her career has advanced. I also want to thank very much Brigadier General Orca for welcoming me and my family here today. And we know you all, the temp out there is pretty high, and you've got better things to do than come and see Jill and me, but we never pass up an opportunity wherever we are around the world to try to see our warriors. You know, I understand this is primarily an Air Force crowd, and I also know there's some other folks here, Army, Navy, Marines, members of our coalition partners. And I also hear they're members of the Delaware National Guard. Is there any Delaware National Guard out there in the audience? Well, we're a mildly proud. Our son, this Guard, spent a year in Iraq. Very proud of his service. Said it was the most proud thing he ever done. He had been the Attorney General in the state of Delaware, but he went deployed for a year with his team. And it's good to see all of you. I'm sure he wishes he could be here to compliment you as well. On behalf of my family and from President Obama and the American people, we just basically came to say thank you. You know, you're part of the greatest generation of warriors the world has ever seen, and that is not hyperbole. Whether or not I've seen you in Baghdad or Basra or Kabul or Kandahar or in Sarajevo or in parts of those mountains and God awful parts of Bosnia, you're an amazing group of people. You know, you've been part of an unbroken chain of patriots that stretches back throughout our entire nation's history. You know, most people call the men and women who fought my father's generation in World War II the greatest generation, and they were. But, as I've said many times before, and I mean this sincerely, been saying it for the last 10 years, I think the 9/11 generation is the greatest generation of warriors we've ever produced, the greatest generation and the most competent warriors the world has ever seen. That's not hyperbole. Never has so much been asked, never has so much been given, never has there been an exception. Many of you have deployed 1, 2, 3, 5 times, and you've taken the fight from Afghanistan to Iraq and to Syria, and you've done it in a way that has made us extremely proud. You know, taking the fight to Daesh now, and pursuing all those who would do harm to America. There's a linchpin of a strategy to reclaim territory that they have taken and destroy the financial assets. We have to squeeze the heart of Daesh in Iraq and Syria so they can't continue to pump their poison that's what we're doing with our coalition partners, putting Daesh fighters and leaders harder than ever. We're making it harder for them to maneuver. We're cutting off their lifeline, their oil revenues, and their finances. And in this effort, our coalition partners have been absolutely vital. And I want to particularly recognize the way in which the UAE has stepped up and expanded their role in this campaign. These are partnerships that are built and nurtured right here on this base. You capture the images that provide us with the intelligence we need to target the enemy and to protect our forces. You control the skies over Iraq and Syria. Matter of fact, you all control the skies of the whole damn world. And you can clap your just since October, when you arrived, many of you made over 1,800 dynamic strikes, including strikes that destroyed millions upon millions of dollars of cash that Daesh would have used to continue to perpetrate their campaign of terror and barbarism around the world. That's how you fly, that's how we win. And as we pursued their finances, Daesh is also losing support. They're slashing their own salaries. Morale is low. Defections in Daesh are way up. And when they try to make up the difference by extorting money from occupied communities, more and more people see Daesh for who they are, criminals and cowards. This fight's going to take time, but we're committed to seeing it through until we wipe out this evil. And we will wipe out this evil, period. No commas, period. And that means we have to destroy them on the battlefield as well as defeat their twisted ideology that inspires people to violence. It won't be easy. We're asking a lot of you and of your family. I know you've been going at breakneck speed. The op temp here has been sustained, and you've sustained an incredible workload. You're away from your family, your loved ones for long periods of time, tour after tour. Senior Airman Stevens here launches aircraft every day to support our mission in the region. He's been recognized twice as your Warrior of the Week. And when he was scheduled to go home last September, he volunteered to extend his tour and to continue to serve, like so many of the rest of you. Weapons Systems Officer, and I'm not allowed to use the name, Major SWAT here, I was told that, I should call her that, has surpassed 1,000 combat hours last month. 1,000 hours over the skies of Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria. That's an incredible achievement. And it's not easy, but it's absolutely indicative of the commitment each and every one of you has made to serve our country. So thank you. Thank you for everything you do to keep our country safe. Thank you for the sacrifices you made. Thank you for being who you are. But equally important, I want to thank your families. It's hard out here on deployment. They miss you so much. The birthdays, the celebrations, the holidays, the daily touches of family and friendship and sustenance. The English poet named John Milton said, "Those also serve who only stand and wait." So the press here, give a round of applause to your families, your mothers, your fathers, your wives, your husbands, who are back home. Only 1% of you are fighting to defend America, but 99% of America has an obligation to recognize that. Right now, back home, if your family's not on a base, your kids are going to school, everything's normal for them. Nothing different. Mommy and Daddy aren't jumping in the cockpit, flying over enemy territory, taking out bad guys. Everything's normal, except for your child, your family. My two grandkids are with me today. My son, Major Bo Biden. And you know, when he was in Iraq for that year, he'd show up at school, they'd show up at school. Everything was fine, except no one had any idea their mommy, their daddy was away. It was still empty. So what Jill and Michelle have done is go around the country talking about military families. So that now, a lot of your schools where your kid shows up if you're not home, there's a picture of you outside the classroom showing you deployed. Your little son or daughter can say, that's my daddy, that's my mommy, that's what they do. I know you're not looking for any special recognition, but you deserve, and your family deserves, to be recognized. Ladies and gentlemen, when Bo was deployed, the general officer, the General National Guard's wife gave Jill a prayer. And Jill, every morning as he gets up, and he works hard at night, and he teaches full time as a community college professor. And I walked into the kitchen, the vice president's residence, and he's standing there with a cup of coffee, mouthing the prayer. When you're away, your family members, 2, 3, 5 times a day, you cross their mind, wonder whether you're okay. We still have a whole hell of a lot of people in harm's way. We got a whole hell of a lot of people still in Iraq and Afghanistan, and we can't forget it. Every single morning, I ask my staff to put on my card, call the Pentagon. I want to know exactly how many fallen angels there have been in Iraq and Afghanistan every single day. Because every single one represents the entire community back home. I asked exactly how many wounded. As of today, 6,741 fallen angels have made the ultimate sacrifice for our country, a debt we can never repay. 52,378, not 52,300 plus, 52,378 as of today have been wounded. And tens of thousands, since these wars began, gone going home with unseen injuries, unobserved injuries, injured nonetheless. Ladies and gentlemen, we owe this generation. We owe all of you. Over 5.5 million of you have joined since 9/11. Over 5 million have said, send me, send me. Over 2,400,000 of you have tread on enemy territory for your country. Some of you multiple times. I firmly believe, as a nation, we have a lot of obligations. I apologize for some of you who heard me say this before, but I'll say it again. We only have one sacred obligation. Prepare to equip those we send into harm's way. Care for their families when they're gone. And keep our promises to them when they come home. First, when you're out here, we have an obligation to make sure you have every single thing you need. So folks, that's what you earn when you put on that uniform. As I said, like my son, my guess is the vast majority of you think it's the proudest thing you've ever done in your life. We lost our son a couple months ago. The proudest thing before he died, we talked about what he did in the army. He served. Victory Service Cross belt. Folks, we owe you, man. We owe you, we owe you. And that's all Jill and I wanted to come and say. Just thank you for your service. Thank you for the way you love your country. And thank your families for all you do, for all of us. You're the finest generation of warriors the world has ever known. And that's not hyperbole. And I am so damn proud to be your leader. Thank you very, very